Lou Critelli is a gentleman that's been talking about politics in this area and trying to make things better for a long, long time. He currently is circulating a petition and is calling for term limits throughout, but specifically in Albany. And Lou Critelli's on the line right now. Good morning, Lou.
Good morning to you.
So tell me your thoughts on why is it important, do you believe, that we move forward on term limits in Albany?
In Albany? Oh, in Albany. Albany. Well, we all read for months and months and years about what's going on in Albany with the politicians, primarily, the record shows, mostly from New York City, who abused their jobs and made money for themselves.
Yeah. And
that's one of the reasons we should not have any politician in there too long.
And you feel this is across the board? I mean, clearly we have.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Right up to Congress, no question about it. You got term limits for the president and the vice president, and why shouldn't we have the senators and the assembly, the Congress people in the same situation?
And let me ask you, Lou, your petition that you're circulating here locally is calling for term limits in the city of Utica, right?
Only in the city of Utica.
Yeah.
That's all we only have the power for that. I'd like to do that for the legislature, but my friends in the legislature always say, "Oh, we have term limits every election." Right. Well, now that's so much BS.
How was it different for you? I mean, you were a councilman. What would it be in the 1980s?
Yeah.
How was it different for you, though? Were there term limits there, and did you feel the same way back then?
No, I didn't even think about it until I left the council.
Yeah.
And I left it on my own terms.
Yeah.
I said, okay, let's let somebody else an opportunity to do that. And who did I give that position to? The current mayor.
Very interesting.
That is interesting.
That is interesting. What can I ask you? What was your take on watching this unfold? When it was thought that the public would have the opportunity to vote on term limits. Now they don't, or obviously they didn't. I understand you're trying to do that, but what was your take as a former councilman watching that unfold last year?
That was such a disappointment. You know, when I went through, I went in 1992, I went to the council at that time and told them I'd like them to pass some legislation for term limits. And if they didn't, then I would do what I'm doing today, to go out and get the signatures and put the thing on the ballot, which we did. We did it at that time, and there was 67% of the voters voted for term limits. Now, they did this, and apparently it's legal according to the Section 37 of General Municipal Law. Apparently they can do that by a vote of the Common Council. And without necessarily having the people vote. Now, most of the opposition that came from even past mayors when that happened was, why don't you give the people the right to vote for this instead of you guys doing it?
Yeah.
They didn't do that. But apparently it proved to be legal.
Wow. And do you feel that as people get in and they stay in and they stay longer, do you feel that they become stagnant? Do they become corrupt? What are your fears?
Well, I'm not sure they all excuse me. I'm not sure they all become corrupt.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, the longer you're in there, the less regard you have for the people who are voting for you.
Right.
It's harder to get somebody elected against somebody who's been in there for a good number of years. Yep. And that's one of the big problems with that.
Well, and beyond Utica, you see that that once you're in, you have such advantages, and with gerrymandering and all of the rest,
the fundraising.
And the fundraising is probably the biggest problem, I think, in Congress today. They begin fundraising the day they get there, and it's every single day. And you wonder, are they trying to make America great again, or are they trying to get reelected again? Right?
The latter part, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Case.
All right, Lou, how old are you today, if you don't mind me asking, Lou?
92.
92
I was
years
92
old.
in May.
Well, congratulations on that, and your efforts here, because you still care, and you've been someone who's been a public servant in this area. You've been around for a long time, and we certainly appreciate you standing up for what you believe in here for this area.
If anybody wants to help in getting petitions, tell them to send me an email at lcritelli1@roadrunner.com, and I'll be in touch with them.
All right, Lou, thank you so much.
Lou,
Thank you.
What day was your birthday? Number?
May 27th.
That is so funny. I for some reason I knew that, but my birthday was the 27th, and my email is jmanaski1. His is lcritelli1. I swear.
There we go.
That's a weird coincidence.
Conspiracy?
Anyway.
I think not.
Anyway.
Or
Okay.
just plain old destiny. I don't know. All
funny.
right, Lou Critelli,
Nice talking to you.
thanks so much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.